Hi, Rachel. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, it's so good to be here.
Awesome. Rachel Berggren is the new fund development coordinator for Shalom Mountain, and we want to both welcome her to the position and also um, get to know you a little bit, and so that our community can get to know you as well. So I'm going to ask you the questions on everybody's mind, which is tell us about how you made it to Shalom Mountain.
Amazing. I was, as many of us are, on a journey of self-discovery. And I was kind of coming across this message that I was living too much in my head and really needing a more embodied experience. And a friend of mine had been here and or had heard about it from someone else, and that person, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
And so I signed up for a retreat and came here, and it was actually just June of 2022. So I haven't been here for a long time, but when I got here, it was Jerry and Beth that were leading the retreat. And it was just one of those incredible experiences that everyone says is the best Shalom Mountain retreat ever.
Yeah.
And
I've been on some of those.
basically my right, exactly, exactly. My Thursday night, we were all dancing our hearts out, like, the weekend just started off huge, and by Sunday, I was just, like, weeping with joy, feeling that, like, immense presence of glorious love around me, and I just knew, "Wow, this place is incredible." So I've been back, so many times since. I just dove right in, and what basically happened with me coming to this role actually is that, as one does, I got the newsletter from Shalom in March, I think, and I was flipping through and I watched that video that you and Shelly did
Yeah.
about, saying goodbye and thank you for all of Shelly's work as the fund coordinator. And at the end of the video, you two started talking about, does this have your name on it? Does this
Oh,
role have your name on it? Is this calling to you? And I was just floored. It was like Shelly was talking right to me about this work. And so I got really excited. And I emailed Nance, and here we are months later. I'm just diving in.
that is wonderful. I vividly remember, I mean, I was sitting exactly where I am right now. I vividly remember that part of our conversation. I love that it reached you. I trust the process, you know?
Exactly,
Wow.
exactly. It was meant to be.
That's so cool. Thank you for sharing that. Um, so and it had your name on it because you have spent some time in your professional life as a community builder, and as a person in fundraising. So what does fundraising mean to you? Why does it matter? And why does it matter to Shalom Mountain? That's a big question, I know.
So you're right. A lot of my career has been focused on community building. And what that has looked like is bringing together resources and believing that there are the resources in our community to provide for the needs of the people that we're trying to serve. And so where I found myself in that was eventually in leadership roles where I was working to not only like bring people resources together, but eventually financial resources. And I realized this thing that scares so many people, talking about money, felt so easy to me because it was actually about inviting people in, inviting people to build community together, to see what an impact that they can have when they um, have a resource to give. So, in all of those roles, whether it was giving your time, giving your money, giving your heart, whatever it may be, um, it's always been really inspiring me to be in that position to ask people to come together.
Hmm.
And so fundraising to me is about so much more than money, as I'm saying. It's really about an opportunity to be part of something bigger than yourself and an opportunity to build community. And so the other piece, obviously, that I want to address is what it really means to be a nonprofit. So Shalom Mountain and many organizations I've been part of have are part of the nonprofit sector, which really means that everything that we're doing is not really fully funded. It really, like at Shalom, for example, the cost of a retreat barely actually covers the full expenses of the time, effort, the lights on, the house staying heated, the
Right.
tremendous amount of support that it actually takes to operate a nonprofit, specifically Shalom, goes so much above and beyond what people might be paying out of their pockets. So really what that looks like is that any nonprofit, and specifically Shalom, requires a huge community of support.
Mm.
And so um, where are we in this question? You're right. It was a big
Oh,
question.
it's too big. I think you've answered it beautifully. I think you were answering why specifically for Shalom Mountain fundraising matters.
Right. Right. So basically, everybody talks about how much Shalom Mountain has transformed their lives, right? Like that's the huge thing that people say is like, this place changed my life. Um, and so what really matters is when you have a need or when you have something to give, showing up in that space, you know? And so when I, in this role, or Shelly, or anybody in a fundraising role is reaching out and saying, will you give? It's really, it's like this give and take, this opportunity to be part of something. And we have a lot of opportunities like that, Shalom, whether it's just giving one off, giving your time, cooking in the kitchen during a retreat, or specifically the thing that I'm really excited about in this role is our Faithful Friends program, which is
Yeah.
really an opportunity to be to like weave yourself into the fabric of Shalom by giving regularly. So we have a lot of faithful friends, but my goal is actually to like re-enliven that program and invite more people who have been part of the Shalom community for a while to deepen their engagement, to offer something of themselves, which is really exciting.
Yes, absolutely. And just to clarify for those who might not know, Faithful Friends is like a scheduled monthly donation, is that right?
Yeah, it is exactly. Yeah, so we have a link on our website, and I'm sure you can also contact us by phone or mail, and we can put you in the system. But essentially, once you sign up, it's so low effort. You basically give us your information, and then every month it might just come out as a withdrawal from your account. And then if at any time someone wants to cancel, they can also do that. So we're always available for that. But it is a regular donation.
Cool that you don't have to think about. It's just a
Exactly.
constantly sustaining.
Exactly. And the best part of that for nonprofits is that it gives us something sustainable, something that's not expected, but like something we can anticipate. Like we
Mhm.
know that this resource is available to us.
Yes, absolutely.
Stability, essentially. Yeah,
Really cool. I love that. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your time today. I'm sure all of our wonderful friends in the community are going to be seeing more of you in the future. But
absolutely.
I appreciate your time for just this first introduction, and we are so happy to say welcome.
Thank you so much. And yes, if anybody wants to know me more or find out more about our fundraising, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.
Awesome. I'll see you later, Rachel.